Delighted to say we've been joined by Partick Thistle Sporting Director Ian Baraclough in his first week at Firhill, the Wire Stadium at Firhill. Ian, you're a few days into the role here. How's it been?
Hectic, but enjoyable. You know, I knew coming back up the road to Scotland, apart from the football side, the personal side of finding a place to live, trying to bed down somewhere, where to go, where's the best place for me, but then the stuff that you actually come up for, the football side. I've been looking forward to it. As soon as I knew I'd been offered the role, there's a lot to get the teeth into at the football club. Obviously, a brand new role, as sporting director, and obviously humbled to be given that chance to go and fulfil the role. And hopefully, there's still a chance of some joy at the end of the season. But a lot of football to be played.
Been made to feel welcome?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, and people who I've stayed in contact with as well. People who I've quickly made acquaintances with Thistle, and whether that's chairman, general manager, directors who I've met, people within the club now. It's learning names, it's learning faces, putting faces to names, meeting the players, meeting obviously the current staff at the moment, and just coming in and trying to find out where things sit and the process that they've been going through so far, and how can I try and implement things to try and help that.
I suppose over the years, football clubs have had directors of football, technical directors, sporting directors. What does your role as a sporting director of Partick Thistle involve?
Yeah, and say all those titles are, I suppose, new to British football. I think it came from Europe or America, and it's a lot more prevalent on the continent. But and I think it, from what I've seen from club to club and the people I've spoken to within those roles, it depends on purely what the club want you to focus on. Generally, it's an overseeing of all areas, but it may have more heavy weight towards maybe recruitment or working with the football staff, working with the medical side, for instance, or working with the women's team or the academy, but it's generally you're overseeing all those areas and trying to sort of make sure that all those departments function in the right way, they function efficiently. Can we improve them? And obviously there's certain areas that the Thistle board and hierarchy have seen that they obviously need help with them. Can we streamline it?
You met with the local press earlier this week, and one of the phrases you said was, "You're not here to bulldoze things." Yeah. Is it very much an information gathering stage?
It is, and I think it's important. I think that's the beauty of coming in at this moment in time where the interim team in Mark and Brian have done really well just to steady the ship, and rightly so, given the role to the end of the season. That was important that players, staff, everybody know where they are towards the end of the season. There's no uncertainty on that, and hopefully that gives the club a chance to focus on trying to get promotion. But for me, I'm not that type of character anyway who wants to come and stamp my authority on it and say I'm here. So that was the phrase I used. I wasn't going to come bulldozing in and change things that don't need to be changed at times. There's a lot of good things going on at this football club. So to try and enhance that, try and improve certain areas, there's certainly areas we know we can improve on, and if I can play a part in that, then that's what the role's all about.
Excellent. You've obviously been involved in club football and international football. What attracted you to come up to Partick Thistle?
Yeah, I think for the last couple of years I've focused on this type of role. I undertook a master's degree, which I'm starting to go in towards the dissertation side, so it's hopefully coming towards the end of that. I've learned a great deal in certain theories on things. Clearly it's about the experience of actually doing the role, of which I had that at AFC Fylde down in the National League in England, and certainly speaking with sporting directors over the last couple of years, just trying to glean where their focus is, what a lot of their time is made up of, how they apportion their time to different areas. But I think it's become clear to me that it's, for me, I enjoy the managing side. I enjoy as in managing people, and helping now. So for me, that's what I've looked towards doing. Yes, coaching, management, being on the grass has been great, but I am interested in this side of it more and more the more I look into it. And so for me, it's a natural progression to look at roles that entail that. And say, fortunately, Partick Thistle have taken that chance to say, no, you're the person to try and lead this football club into the next era.
I know as part of your research prior to taking on the job, you identified the club turns 150 years old within the next 12 months.
Yeah.
You also took in a couple of games, is that correct?
I did, and mingled among the fans, and no one got recognised, which was great. I think it was a cold night anyway, so I had the hood up, but no, it was great. I enjoyed coming here. I played here in a pre-season friendly, albeit many years ago. Don't tell you how many years ago. I came here as a manager and came up against, Alan Archibald's team that Thistle stayed up, and we ended up going into the playoffs. And then I've been here as a pundit and had snowballs thrown at me in the far end when it had snowed. So that was fun, and obviously being here as a supporter as well, and just a watcher of a game. So I've enjoyed the atmosphere that it can create. I think it's a stadium that allows the fans to get behind the players, and they feel that, because if the drum's banging and the ultras are as they'd like to be called, I suppose, that they're making a noise. That's what players feed off. But I think also the team has got to try and create that atmosphere for supporters as well. So it goes hand in hand. I think it's a club that's situated where it is in Glasgow. I think it's perfect for hopefully get it back into the Premiership.
Obviously you're here on Saturday in a different role for the first time. Wish you well with that, Ian, being Hamilton Academical visit. Yeah,
and say it'll be a great experience for me again, but to be part of the football club, and you know that whatever decisions you're making now are hopefully going towards getting 3 points on a Saturday or a Tuesday night, whatever game night it is, and it's that's the feeling of being back involved in a club again. You're at the cutting edge of what's going on, and hopefully I can help. My experience helps with what is the interim coaching team at the moment, and leading forward into a more permanent role for whoever that might be, and having a hand in recruitment and working with the academy, trying to bring young players, because that's what the club needs to do. It needs to nurture young players, give them a pathway to go and play first team football, and yes, you hope to then go and see them. They will, if they do very well for themselves. That they'll more than likely go on to pastures new, but the club needs to make a bit of a profit on that side of things, for being part of that education, and we want to see young players wanting to play for Thistle and wanting to progress.
Ian Baraclough over at Partick Thistle. Hope you enjoy Saturday.
Thanks very much.